Welcome to another episode of Keep Calm and Mother On. You will notice, hi, my name is Christy Thomas. I'm the mom of 3 great kids, married to my college sweetheart. And if you're a new listener, you'll notice there was no intro. And that's because I did something silly on my computer. And I have to record this on my iPhone tonight. So I appreciate you holding with me if this is your first episode ever. Life happens, and I wanted to show up because it's December, and I don't know of a more important season to have a conversation about prioritizing joy for yourself. So if you're listening to this podcast, there's a very large chance that you are a mom. And moms are the magic makers for everyone for the holiday season. And that's great because I think moms, M-O-M, stands for maker of memories. And I think that's important. I love being the maker of memories and to coordinate the fun things. Hot chocolate nights, a poster full of Christmas movies we're going to watch, Hallmark bingo, right? Driving for lights and mapping out the lights and all the favorite sugar cookies and all the favorite cookies. But also, it's important that you are making some of that holiday magic for yourself. As much as you want your kids to have a joyful, magical Christmas season, holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrate here in December, I want you to make time for you, to make sure that you also get to experience some of that joy. I know that the joy of like a 2-year-old at Christmas is completely off the charts, but also, the joy of a mom watching the beautiful mess on the floor can also be off the charts on Christmas morning. We just have to decide what things are actually worth caring about. So there's a famous quote by Nora Ephron about all the balls in the air, that she was asked one time how she gets everything done. And there's a famous quote that Nora Ephron says, "It's not about getting everything done and keeping all the balls in the air. It's making sure that we only drop the plastic balls, right? The ones that will bounce and recover. We have to save the glass ones, the ones that would shatter if they dropped, right? If it would be harmful if we dropped that ball." So right now, I want to give you a moment, and I'm going to email this out on Sunday morning. So make sure you follow the show notes to sign up for my email list, because on Sunday morning, I'm going to email out a printable. So while we're talking about this now, you can listen. But on Sunday morning, I hope that you can fill this out with your coffee or your hot chocolate, or maybe a Sunday night before bed. Because I love to plan on Sunday nights before bed and look at the calendar for the week. But you need to figure out what your glass balls are. What things will shatter if you don't get them done this month? And what things will bounce? Which ones are the plastic balls and which ones are the glass balls? And this whole analogy I was reminded of in a conversation I had with a friend across the world who was busy catching glass balls, right? We had the opportunity to talk, and it was amazing because she was catching other people's glass balls, right? Because that's sometimes what we do too, is that we know there's a need and we can be the helper. And then we have to let our plastic balls bounce. And sometimes, like when I was in college, the plastic ball that would bounce the most was laundry. Like, I don't want to do laundry all the time, so I'm just going to go buy new underwear in college instead of doing laundry, okay? So decide on what your plastic balls are. In motherhood, doing laundry is actually one of my glass balls because if laundry isn't done, then it like spirals everything else. It's one of my things. So I start a load every morning, no matter how small the load is. Just like I run the dishwasher every single night, no matter how small the load is. Those are my housekeeping glass balls, those two tasks. But there are lots of other things that I've dropped, right? I don't touch the baseboards in my house. The windows are not clean to perfection all the time. Okay? My kids have a rotating chore list on Saturdays, and they will clean the toilets. The rest of the bathroom, is a work in progress. So I just want to put it out there. You deserve to know which balls are glass in your life and which balls are plastic, so that you can let the plastic ones bounce so you can enjoy some of the holiday magic this season. And here are some ways that I enjoy some holiday magic. And I'm thinking back to when my kids were super little. One of the ways is that as soon as the tree was set up in the morning, I would sit there with my coffee in the quiet room, making sure I could watch the Christmas tree, right? I wanted to turn on the Christmas tree early and savor that view of the tree while I was drinking my coffee. The other thing that I love to do, and I have loved to do for a long time, is listen to specific albums of Christmas music. So Charlie Brown, of course, Charlie Brown Christmas, but also Suf John Stevens and Elizabeth Mitchell. Not Elizabeth Mitchell. Yeah, I think it's Elizabeth Mitchell. I will link these in the show notes. I have a specific 3 albums there that I play on repeat all December long. Okay, so Christmas with coffee with the Christmas tree. Albums. Another way I take care of myself and make sure that I'm experiencing the joy of Christmas is because we have an artificial tree. I know some of you are going to cringe at this, but I love making sure I have good pine, Fraser, fir scented candles for the month of December because our tree is fake. So I stock up on the good pine candles and they burn pretty much all day long. Yeah, that might make some of you cringe. That's okay. The next thing I do is that we've simplified our Christmas cookie list. So there's 5 of us. We each have one favorite cookie. And then I try a new cookie for the year. So my oldest really likes dipped Oreos, chocolate JoJo's actually. My husband likes this cookie called Heart Attack Cookies, which is saltines and butter and sugar and chocolate. My middle kid likes this cookie I grew up with called Church Windows. And my youngest really loves either sugar cookies or gingerbread cookies, depending on what we can do together. And then I love the copycat Starbucks cranberry bliss bars that I've tweaked and figured out how to make gluten-free because of my friend Meg. So I'm going to add one more cookie to that. But those are our go-to Christmas cookies, okay? Keeping it simple, that we all have a moment of joy and we all know what to expect. There is no crazy bucket list. The only list I make, besides checking off presents, is a list of the movies that I watch while sitting on the couch. So in December, I go hog wild for Christmas movies. I usually am not a big fan of watching television or movies, but in December, we have a Hallmark Christmas movie bingo. I will also email that out on Sunday morning, and we make a list on a poster board in our family room, and we record every single holiday movie we watch. I make a goal of watching 20 holiday movies, but some of those holiday movies are only 30-minute cartoon style kid movies. So, give and take, there's a lot of wiggle room in there. But my goal is 20 movies in the month of December. Okay. Let me say it one more time so that someone else can hear it in case they need to. While you are the mom, the maker of memories, it is also important. It is critical that we don't confuse productivity of the season and checking off all the boxes and feeling accomplished. We don't confuse that feeling of productivity with joy. Okay? Productivity does not equal joy. Joy is a separate emotion, and you deserve to feel joy and holiday magic this season. You deserve to feel that and to delight in the season. So Sunday morning, I'm going to email you a list about glass balls and plastic balls and a printout of the Hallmark movie bingo that my kiddo made. And I would love to hear what plastic balls you're going to drop. You can't do it all and still find joy, okay? Because joy is found in play, in novelty, in delight. I know some of you are going to tell me that joy is found in the completed checklist. And I would tell you that I think there's some pride found in a completed checklist, but joy is found through connection and slow and play and delight. So I hope that you can find some joy this holiday season for you by dropping some of the plastic balls like Nora Ephron says. Okay, I'll put a whole Twitter feed link to her quote because I know I didn't get it quite right, but because I'm sitting here in my cold car with my headset and my iPhone, I want to make sure that this gets out into the world. Because motherhood is way too important to do alone. And that's what this podcast does for me. It helps me remember that I'm not doing this alone. And it also helps me to not be so serious all the time. Thank you for helping me. Now for your self-care for this week. Okay, so my self-care idea is either to set a movie goal like myself and use the Hallmark Christmas movie bingo. Perfect for we're going to do it with my son, 9. He was 9 last year when we did it. He's 10 and up. He's going to participate. Hallmark movies are clean. Completely cheesy. If you have a kid that would sit and watch a Hallmark movie with you, go for the bingo. It is fun. So, self-care goal number 1 is to pick a number of movies that you want to watch and give yourself permission to be cozy and sit on the couch and cuddle with your kids. Okay? The second thing is that I have found that I'm really enjoying Christmas themed novels. So I found a series by Elin Hildebrand that I'm reading, the Winter Street series. I'll link that in the show notes. But I know there are tons of Christmas themed novels out there, and we can talk about it on Instagram. I don't have any off the top of my head besides the one I'm listening while I run on my treadmill. So, the family fun idea. Okay? The family fun idea is to pause, okay, and sing some holiday songs. So maybe this pause is at around the dinner table, maybe it's while you're driving, but figure out some holiday songs that you want your kids to remember you singing with them. So yeah, this is on you a little bit. So when you're thinking about what brings you joy and delight, I know I want my kids to remember the song Dominic the Christmas Donkey that friends taught us. And also, I want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. They are not religious Christmas songs, but they are silly and fun. And I want their kids, my kids' kids, and maybe some great grandkids, right, to have this association of songs passed down and dancing in the kitchen, and that we always turn up those two songs because they're just oh gosh, they make me smile. And I really want to find a hippopotamus Christmas blow up from my front yard now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so thank you for being here. I honor you and all the memories you make with your kids, from reading special Christmas picture books to hot cocoa bars to doing drive-through light displays, the family Christmas parties, white elephants with friends, mailing out Christmas cards, all of the things that are specific to this season. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to make memories with your kids. The years are so short, even though the days can feel so long. You are exactly the right mom for your kids, and I am so dang proud to be on earth with you right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We're going to keep talking about it every Friday for the month of December. Okay? We're going to end this year strong because these little moments matter a lot. And your joy is contagious. Bye.